Live from the WMTV studios, a special Share Your Holidays 25th Anniversary Kickoff event, sponsored by Alliant Energy. And now, your hosts, John Stoplett and Amy Flugsaup.
Share your holidays. It's what we've asked you to do every year since 1995.
And every year, your generosity is humbling. The annual fundraising campaign benefits Second Harvest Food Bank. And as we kick off our 25th year, we know the need is greater than ever. 1 in 9 people struggles with hunger right here in South Central Wisconsin.
Yeah, it could be your friend, your neighbor, your coworker, or maybe it's you.
The number of people facing food insecurity went up 40% since the pandemic began.
And in Wisconsin, 439,000 people, roughly 1 in 7 workers, lost their jobs in April. But tonight, a story of hope and turning things around.
Tim Elliott explains how one man paid it forward and found purpose.
Dan Thorstad doesn't have much time to stand around and chat.
Right now what we're doing is packing 25-pound boxes for distribution.
That's because he's busy helping feed families in southern Wisconsin.
Being part of a greater cause, it is gratifying and satisfying.
Thorstad works as a volunteer coordinator for Second Harvest Food Bank of southern Wisconsin.
It's great. We have volunteers of all ages. I think the most exciting ones is when youth groups come out.
This job is brand new. He's only been working here for a few months. Before this, Thorstad worked as a data processor for a printing company for almost 23 years.
At the end of March, when the pandemic hit, my position was cut at work.
But he refused to feel sorry for himself. A week after he lost his job, Thorstad made a change.
And I tried to find something positive to do out of this negative. So I came out early April and started volunteering, got to know some of the staff and know some of the volunteers.
There's nothing worse than losing your job, and you lose kind of your purpose.
Diane Workus works alongside Dan and says his leadership really stands out.
He's wonderful. He always knows the most efficient way to do things, and when we first started, I mean, we were trying to rush stuff through, and he was very good.
His work as a volunteer paid off, literally.
About middle of July, one of the staff members said that there's an opening here if you would be interested.
He applied, got the job, and at 61 years old, he's on a new career path he never saw coming.
I guess it was just being part of something bigger than yourself. And I said, yeah, because I want to be part of this.
He's a man on the move with a new job title and mission to help those in need.
Now you're on camera. Smile.
Tim, it's volunteers just like Dan that make this all possible.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Dan is the kind of guy, he epitomizes what is happening at Second Harvest this time of year. He's a volunteer and then turns a paid employee. It's a great story. So many people like Dan working at Second Harvest to feed those people in southern Wisconsin here. So it was great to meet him. He was very humble, a little camera shy, but in the end, I think it's very important that we told his story of coming from losing his job to volunteer to now, as you saw, a paid employee.
It's amazing. Tim, thanks.
All right, let's dive in a little deeper into the impact of this pandemic. Since mid-March, Second Harvest has distributed more than 12 million pounds of food. I want you to look at that number. That's about 522,000 boxes, a 55% spike from the same time frame last year. That's not easy. Food banks are working hard to make it happen. Second Harvest says volunteers have given 42,000 hours of their time over the past 8 months.
That's why this year we're setting our biggest goal in Share Your Holidays history. 5 million meals throughout the campaign, which kicks off tonight. And because of you, we know this is possible. Together, we've helped put more than 51 million meals on the table for families all across South Central Wisconsin.
Lee Mills joins us from home tonight. 24 years. There is a lot to celebrate, Lee.
Yeah, that is an understatement. It was an idea that many didn't think would last. It began with one man, a single truck, and a vision.
3, 2, 1. Record-breaking success for 24 years.
Every year we ask, every year you come through.
It all started on a snowy morning back in 1996 during a single-day food drive. an idea created by late NBC 15 anchor Mike McKinney.
Dark is a bit of an understatement at 5 a.m., but all that changed exactly 1 minute after the drive officially began.
It was very cold conditions. You know, he was jolly and just himself, like he always was, a happy-go-lucky guy on the air, and people loved him. They showed up.
That one day, the community donated roughly 50,000 meals, and it continued to grow year after year.
Did anyone ever dream it would keep going for 25 years? I don't think anyone but he did.
Mike's inspiration came from his own childhood in St. Louis. He didn't want people to experience hunger like he did.
We did have some very difficult times as Mike was growing up. I really did not know the struggles that I was going through as a single mom.
Mike passed away from colon cancer in 2006, but his legacy continues more than 50 million meals later.
2019, we raised with your help. Whoa! Whoa!
It would literally blow his mind. He would realize that it was not of his own making. I think he would be more impressed with the collaboration that has developed around Share Your Holidays.
Thank you on behalf of people that you will never meet. Those are people, Share Your Holidays, the reason why it's so amazing. It not only puts food in people's homes, but it also gives those people who may be going through a dark time some light, who may feel a sense of despair, hope, and more importantly, it shows that people care, that this community cares. And that's what Share Your Holidays is all about.
I love that sentiment and playing that clip every year because it really embodies what Mike wanted to have happen. And having known him, both of us, John, for a few short years, I think it's safe to say that, you know, not only would he be so proud to see this, but I think he would be amazed and humbled at how the community just comes through every year.
Yeah, and Mike might not be here, but he is certainly with us in spirit. Every year, you can just sense it. You can feel it in the community. So many people loved Mike, and the legacy he has left behind with this campaign is just remarkable, and we're going to learn more about it as this special goes on. But my goodness, he started something big from that little parking lot 25 years ago.
It's an honor to be able to just help carry on that legacy.
It really is.
Well, Share Your Holidays has certainly evolved over the years, and perhaps the most this year.
That's right. From social distancing to virtual learning in this pandemic, sound familiar to you? It has changed so much about how we interact with each other. This kickoff event is no exception. There's some video from the 2018 launch, sponsored by Alliant Energy. As much as we would have loved to see you all in one room again, it's not hard for you to imagine why we couldn't do that, but that's why we're going to go even bigger, and we are right now with this 30-minute live special. It is a time to celebrate everything we and you have helped us accomplish.
Now, we kick things off tonight in true 2020 fashion, right, with a virtual event.
That's right. Aaron Sullivan was there, and Aaron, quite a nice turnout.
It was, John. We had a lot of fun. It was basically a virtual happy hour and dinner party. So thank you so much to everyone who joined us. We had a blast. And we also want to let everyone at home know that there is a silent auction happening right now. We've got a lot of items to bid for, including a Yeti cooler, a painting, even a Caribbean vacation. We could all use one of those right now. But you're running out of time to get your bids in. Tonight is the final night for the silent auction. It closes at 10 o'clock. Just head to NBC15.com and click on Share Your Holidays. The winners will be notified tomorrow, so good luck, everybody. John and Amy, a lot of good items on there, and of course, for a really good cause.
Yeah, people will definitely want to check that out. Well, because of you, you're going to hear us saying that a lot tonight. It is the theme of this year's campaign.
We want to hear from you. Use that hashtag SYH25 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Share why you're donating, or maybe a memory of a past campaign, and we'll give you a shout out on the air at the end of this show. Again, that's SYH25. You can also comment on the NBC 15 Facebook page right now. We would love to hear from you.
And I want to let you know the phone call lines are open right now. Just call this number to donate, 844-8-HUNGER. or head to our website, nbc15.com/SYH25, because Esker Incorporated in Middleton is matching donations tonight up to $10,000. So call right now or get online right now to make the most of your donation.
Food banks are changing the way they operate, many offering mobile food pantries. Take a look at this time-lapse video. We shot this outside Leopold Elementary School in Madison. It shows what it takes to set up a mobile food pantry, distribute the boxes, and then break it all down. It's a 4-hour process. The drive-through service aimed at keeping families safe and well-fed during the pandemic.
To help meet the increased needs, Second Harvest also opened a new food packing facility in Stoughton. The purpose is twofold. The building has both a warehouse and a cooler space, so it provides a place to store foods of all kinds safely. It's also a place where volunteers can pack food boxes to be shipped out to local pantries and distributed to families. Gabriella Rusk joins us live at that facility.
And Gabriella, it's pretty quiet right now, but volunteers are staying busy.
Yes, the Second Harvest volunteers work to pack up boxes just like these here in this facility in Stoughton. And I spoke with one volunteer who jumped in right away to help once this facility opened in September. Peggy Kiss doesn't let her age define her.
Well, when we slow down, the whole line slows down.
The 84-year-old loves to volunteer.
So I guess I've always had volunteering in my blood.
As a retired healthcare worker,
About 59 years I nursed.
she wanted to find ways to give back to others.
And that's why when this COVID-19 came, and we can't help in the hospitals, we can't help in the nursing homes, I was so glad to have this cause.
Kiss says she often thinks about her own childhood when she had plenty to eat.
So we weren't rich when I was little, but we lived on a farm. We always had food, and I can't imagine not having food to put on the table for your child.
At just a few hours a week, you'll find her prepping and packing.
Good feeling to know you can fill some empty little tummy.
Making sure boxes of food gets to those who need it most.
I think as long as you know you're helping people, life's worth living.
And we love the helpers like Peggy. She is just one of over 170 individuals that work here at this location, and they have put in over 140 hours just this week of volunteer time. Amy?
Well, here are just some of the things Second Harvest has identified as the most needed items. Now, when it comes to food donations, things like soup actually top the list of the most in demand, followed by cereal, canned veggies, peanut butter and jelly, and spices. And please don't forget about those toiletries as well. Things like bar soap, baby wipes, deodorant, and even diapers.
So whether you're picking up something extra at the grocery store or cleaning out your pantry, don't let food go to waste. Drop it off at one of the Share Your Holidays barrels. This year we've cut back. There are only about 60 barrels compared to the typical 250 that have been placed around the community in previous years. Just look for the NBC 15 logo.
Fighting hunger is a team effort, from the donations to the volunteers and to the workers at Second Harvest Food Bank.
I asked President and CEO Michelle Orgay about some of the challenges and the triumphs in our community. Michelle, tell us about what you've seen over the last 8 months and how the community has rallied behind Second Harvest.
Well, you know, early on, there was a lot of unknowns. There were unknowns for us and what we're facing, and there were unknowns for the community, and people really stepped up. It was an emergency, and there was such urgency to it, and we just, overnight, we turned our operations upside down. The community really rolled with us, and they provided the support we needed, and it was amazing.
We talk so often about the impact that a dollar can pay for 3 meals. So, just what type of an impact does each donation make?
Every dollar has always mattered, and every dollar still matters. Every dollar helps us to provide food to people in need. It helps us to keep going 365 days a year.
What does it feel like every year to see the support from so many out there through Share Your Holidays?
I wish we didn't need it, but I'm so glad we have it. This is what we do. We're built for this. We might not have been built for this exact scale at this rate all the time, but we're flexible. In Dane County alone, we were doing 5 mobile pantries in a month, and now we're doing 50. And that flexibility, just knowing that we are able to meet this need, makes me and makes everyone involved with Second Harvest feel really proud of what we do, but more proud of the community that we're in and proud of the work that can be done when people come together.
The economic fallout of the COVID-19 pandemic is driving up food insecurity all across America, and Second Harvest is part of the Feeding America network of food banks nationwide. The CEO says their biggest fear is they won't be able to fill people's needs during these unprecedented times.
With the help of people like those who will see this, we've been able to not turn people away. I'm very concerned that going into the winter months and over the holidays, that could change. So initiatives like this one, I mean, they are invaluable to making certain that doesn't happen.
Here is your chance to take action right now. Donate. Just head to our website, nbc15.com/SYH25. And during this live 30-minute special, you can also call this number, 8448-HUNGER. That's 844-848-6437. And remember, $1 means 3 meals for hungry families.
Thank you on behalf of people that you will never meet.
A man on a mission.
I think we need to change again. Oh my goodness, 1.4 million meals.
A dream to make a difference, born in a snow-filled parking lot.
People who brave the elements. For other people, they will probably never meet.
You feel better that you came out and made that donation today?
Oh, yeah. The kid who at one time went hungry.
That's why we're outside in the cold.
And never forgot.
If you had to go hungry tonight, where would you turn? That is why we're collecting food.
A question he never wanted anyone to have to ask themselves. A question you have helped answer.
I know times are tough and money is tight, but if you don't have to worry about where your next meal is coming from, consider yourself blessed.
51 million meals and counting. This year, we celebrate 25 years of Share Your Holidays.
Thank you for making a small idea such a great event.
The dedication to his community and to a cause that has helped thousands. If we all could be like Mike.
Anybody would want to be even 10% like Mike. Our community would be a better place.
Every year, there is just one man that is strategically placed at our Share Your Holidays kickoff luncheon.
That's right. His goal is to capture moments like these, the announcement of the winners of the Be Like Mike Awards. The honor goes to an individual or organization who truly epitomizes the spirit of the campaign. But this year, we had to keep him out of the loop. The reason quickly came into focus for this photographer.
What if I told you you were this year's Be Like Mike winner?
I'd be honored and a little bit shocked.
That moment is one Joe Hendricks has captured for more than a decade. Very rarely do you see him in front of the camera.
Welcome back to our NBC 15 Share Your...
We had to do a lot of digging through our NBC 15 archives to find this.
As a photographer, what makes a good photo?
Really seeing emotion, seeing, again, the smiles and people enjoying what they're doing. It's very easy to get the smiling photos of people, working and feeling good about helping the community in some way.
It all started here in 2007 with a giant bag of cereal.
My dad was on the board of directors and they had an event called Cereal Palooza, and he said, hey, this might make a good event to photograph.
At that moment, he was hooked. In 2008, he photographed his first Share Your Holidays grand finale.
Bob, go ahead. Let's put that last barrel up there.
Countless photos spread out over 13 years and more than 50 events. While it's hard for Hendricks to pick just one favorite snapshot, there's one character that is always his favorite to capture.
Following Bucky running wild in a grocery store for an hour, I have a lot of favorite shots. There's one where there was a little girl that had one of the small children's carts, and she was pushing it, and Bucky jumped in the cart, and she continued to push the cart as Bucky is in the cart. And the people in the background are all, smiling and laughing. That's one of my favorite shots.
Just as Henrik's is behind the scenes.
Hunger is kind of behind the scenes in the community. You don't see it. The same with the work Second Harvest is doing. They're really helping a lot of people, and you may not see that unless you're actively involved in volunteering or giving a donation.
A donation of his time and talents, as he's documented all the good deeds this community continues to do to help those struggling to put food on the table.
What does this award mean to you?
I was not expecting this. And I see so many people do so much. I just kind of feel like I'm doing, a little piece of helping, but it's really an honor.
So inspiring.
Yes, good for him.
Well, the next Be Like Mike honoree is a company which proudly makes a difference in our community.
Boy, do they ever. M3 Insurance has been a longtime partner in our Share Your Holidays campaign, providing both volunteers and vital donations.
And in the red hats are M3 Insurance employees. So make their day, make ours, and call right now.
From Share Your Holidays Grand Finale Phone Bank volunteers
M3 Insurance honored to present this check for 36,500 meals.
to donations, the employees at M3 Insurance have had us covered over the years. Whether it's supporting our Go Orange Day, our social media blitz, sorting at our Share Your Holidays sortathons, or even more in-your-face methods of fundraising.
That was extremely aggressive.
M3 Insurance employees have actively donated their money and time and time again.
It helps build our culture, and it helps get people excited that they're connected to something bigger than themselves.
Hi, I'm Christine Loshabo, and I'm here on behalf of M3 Insurance, and I'm here to present 44,208 meals.
Two things that we talk about a lot are being generous with our time and with our money, but also understanding that we're connected, that we have to live a connected life with each other, and that really helps to build our culture. And we have to live a connected life with our community. And so being connected to Share Your Holidays and Second Harvest helps us do that.
And for helping us help the community.
We are presenting M3 with the Be Like Mike Award to M3 Insurance this year for all you've been doing to help out the cause of Share Your Holidays over the years.
Wow, we're humbled, we're honored. I had the pleasure of knowing Mike McKinney and his mom, and did community service work that he was connected with, and so that's, he's tremendous man. Wow, how nice to be like Mike. Thank you for that.
You're very welcome. Two winners tonight, and it wouldn't be possible without two very special Mikes.
Mike Hart, the now retired National Guardsman who helped bring Mike McKinney's vision to life and to really get this campaign off the ground.
That's right.
Well, joining me, John and Amy, is Isaac Hill. Thank you so much for taking some time to stop by. You are a client of St. Vinny's.
I am.
What does it mean to you to see everyone gathered today, raising meals for people in need?
Well, you know what? The love that we have up in here is basically, it's just unbelievable.
We first met Isaac Hill last December during the Share Your Holidays Grand Finale. The pandemic has created some challenges for Isaac.
But as Isabel Lawrence reports, because of your generosity, he continues to get the help that he needs.
Hi.
How are you?
When you meet Isaac Hill, he's sure to greet you with a smile.
Enjoying the sunshine finally?
He may have a sunny disposition now, but that wasn't always the case in his battle with diabetes. Hill said getting his diagnosis a year and a half ago was the scariest moment of his life.
Okay, perfect. You're all set and good to go.
Now with resources like the River Food Pantry, managing his diabetes is a lot easier.
With coming to the River Food Pantry periodically, they were able to assist me with some of the foods I needed to remain and to keep a healthy lifestyle.
Hill needs to eat healthy options like fresh vegetables and whole wheat, options the River can provide him.
I would hate to imagine where would I be without them.
Hill has a job, but having the resource of the River helps him make ends meet, especially during the pandemic.
I am definitely able to save a little bit more to take care of some other things that is necessary for me now, especially since COVID-19 hit.
We're gonna have Girl Scout cookies, coffee, pizza.
Since the pandemic began, Pantry employee Michael Peters has seen the community rally around the river.
We found that stores and even private donors have donated more. We've got even more inventory than we had in the past.
All in an effort to give a hand to others.
The employees here are great, but also the clients as well. I've made so many connections with so many people. It's so rewarding.
Connecting Hill with his diabetes-friendly food and keeping that smile on his face.
So they have found a way, you know, to still social distance and still be able to distribute the foods that I need to keep up with a healthy lifestyle.
Well, it's time now for our social media shout out.
Joe Vike shared this message on Twitter. Glad I can help donate to my favorite cause and help my favorite news team. Joe, thanks so much. He told us he donated $25 tonight. Thank you, Joe. 75 meals right there.
Yeah, every dollar really makes a difference, and we can't emphasize enough how much your support has meant over the last 24 years.
Yeah, there are a few other people you might recognize who wanted to say thanks.
Thank you so much for supporting the 25th anniversary of NBC 15 Share Your Holidays. Thank you for helping feed the hungry.
Because of you, children have access to enough healthy food to learn, grow, and just be a kid.
Because of you, thousands of parents are able to use the money they saved on groceries to put gas in their car.
Because of you, new programs like school pantries and kids' cafes are giving children at risk in southern Wisconsin enough healthy food to grow, learn, and reach their full potential.
Because of you, families are saving enough money on food to help make ends meet at the end of the month.
Because of you, promise and potential can become a reality. Thank you for supporting the 25th anniversary of NBC 15. So share your holidays. Go ahead. Don't feel guilty. It's fine.
It's been a long year, but there's so much to celebrate and be grateful for, too. Like the 25th year of Share Your Holidays. Wow. 25 years of caring for each other in a really meaningful way and feeding your neighbor. That's something definitely to be grateful for.
And this is all made possible because of you at home. Over the last 24 years, we're looking for our biggest year yet here at year 25, and we know you can help us hit that big mark.
I know, and I just can't help but think about how excited Mike would be to see all these Hollywood celebrities rallying around that cause that he started 25 years ago. You know, what really struck me, Amy, is Mike just said in the videotape there, he said, consider yourself blessed if you're not wondering where your next meal's coming from, right? And that's so true. Some of us, you know, my mom turned 100 this year. The first thing she remembers is being hungry as a young girl in the Depression, right? Yeah. Some people have that in their past, and sadly, others will have it in their future. And for those struggling in the present, Second Harvest is there. And that's what this campaign, Share Your Holidays, is all about. If you're in a position to help, please consider doing so, whether it's volunteering or donating.
Yeah, that's right. That work doesn't end here. Hunger is impacting more families in our community now than ever. Second Harvest is working around the clock to help meet those needs. You can make a donation right here, and that will be matched tonight.
We can't do it without you. Thank you for making us a part of your evening, and thank you for donating.